Good evening, everyone. What's up? Just ate a satisfying meal and topped it off with the dessert once again. This is Mr. Hotta speaking. Previously, we were making fun of some bad drink reviews for fun, and that video will be uploaded pretty soon. Sorry for being off topic, ladies and gentlemen, but this is going to be a rant. This is going to be a rant featuring two Skype guests. Please welcome Tyler TriStar 2 is back,
Hello?
aka Tyler Black on Skype. He's got the VHS cover, and Zach Attack 1001, aka Zach Kotalik.
Yo!
And today is going to be a rant on bad food and drink reviews. Which are taking over YouTube, but not as much as grounded videos, thank goodness. Food and drink reviews. What on earth is there to say? Where does one begin on this topic? Like,
People just aren't good at food and drink reviews anymore.
most people, Tyler has proved the first point. Most people, especially kids, do not know how to review food and beverages. And the purpose of watching them is to learn from them. And people are not learning seriously from watching them because the reviews are very poorly done, or that the person reviewing them knows very little about what they're reviewing. That's not a food review then. A food review is to enable one to learn so that they know what the food tastes like before eating it. They reviewed it. They purposely watched a food review so they don't have to go to the supermarket and buy the food themselves to know what it tastes like. And when they're watching a poorly done food or drink review, beverage review, they can't even imagine the taste at all or what it's like to have the food product because it's poorly described. It isn't described well at all. I mean, that's not what a drink review is supposed to be.
Right.
What do you two gentlemen have to say for this?
That's just bullshit. Why? Stop it, okay? Stop it. Okay?
People just don't know how to review
No,
anymore.
they don't. They review like a bunch of 5-year-olds.
I mean, if they have a hard time...
If they have trouble reviewing food, ask the teacher. They could go to their teacher and ask for help on how to review their foods. And they don't even, and what's worse is that they don't even realize that their food reviews have a lot of mistakes. They don't realize it because they don't accept criticism, most of them. They don't seem happy when people tell them what they can improve on. And that's the only way they're going to get better at them. Or they're stuck in a rut with this.
Can I say something?
Yes, please say something.
What I have to say is, basically what I have to say is that, I hate that word, but I'll go ahead and use it anyway.
Alright, fine.
I'm just tired of people that don't know how to review. I mean, if you don't know how to review, if it's hard for you, just don't even bother reviewing food.
Or ask for help. It's not too late to ask for help on how to review food or beverages.
So if you guys don't, if you don't know how to review, just don't review. Simple.
Ask the teacher for help. That's why they're teachers. That's why they're school.
Like,
it seems like they
examples,
didn't even go to
Mr.
school.
Hata.
Yep, that's the speaker of this rant currently.
Yep. Mr. Hata will help you.
Yeah, if you need help, ask.
And seriously, they didn't even describe the food and all.
They just say it's good.
And for a certain somebody.
We're not going to mention names, though.
Somebody, which I'm not going to bring up the name.
Because we can't.
He keeps eating the whole thing on camera. That is such a waste of time.
Here's what most food reviews are. They ramble. They just stare off into space. They take a couple bites of the food, and they just give it a rating without even description, and saying goodbye. They talk about themselves. That's it. Back to you, Zach.
It goes in there at the bottom, but I need that open.
Oh, apologies for that. But a food and drink review is not supposed to be a joking matter. They're supposed to be serious. The way they're being done, anybody could do a food and drink review. Anyone could, to say, tastes good, or it's okay, or it tastes nasty. It doesn't even take school to learn
Anybody
that.
could do that.
Even a 2-year-old could just give it a
Even a
rating.
2-year-old can do it. That's what I was gonna say.
That's correct. Even a 1-year-old could think that. Like we'll give an example. One will give an example of a food review. The person reviewing the food or beverage has the food, explain a bit about, they explain that they got it, and explain, oh yeah, it's great, it looks yummy, and then they basically taste it and say, oh yeah, it's good, and they talk
Mr.
about
Hata,
themselves.
Look in the chat box.
All right, yes, please.
It's
Yeah,
wet.
yeah, we will be doing that later. We do have to
Yep.
still do that activity, but
This where it goes in, right here. Doesn't that do it? No.
is something wrong, Mrs. Catholic? Sorry for being off topic.
He's got to charge his thing up.
Oh yeah,
And he's
definitely need to charge it before it runs out of battery for sure.
See if it. No, I need a charge, but it won't. It's the case. The bottom is covering the charging port over the case, and I can't charge it. That's a good case for your phone, Zach. It is a good case, but he needs to get it open.
Back to you, Tyler.
Did you get it? Yeah, I just need it open so I can charge it.
But how on earth is that a food review if they're just saying it tastes good though?
What?
How on earth can that be a food review
just
if
say
they
it
don't
tastes
describe
good.
the food?
That's not enough
The food
information.
product. There's bare minimal information in most food product or drink product reviews. We're not going to call them food, they're products. Another aspect that's wrong with most food reviews or beverage reviews, all they review is fast food, packaged snack foods, beverages, mainly sugary ones, and that's all. They basically buy their food at the store or like at a restaurant and review it later. They don't even review homemade food most of the food reviews. And when
That's
people
pretty
review, and they mostly review limited edition food products like the Baja Blast Mountain Dew, the Sangrita Blast Mountain Dew, the
Oh, wow.
Oreos, etc. It's like those are the only reviews people care about. When
Why
one
can't you? You can stick that in there, can't you?
when one actually reviews an actual food like an apricot, for example, no, let's say it's an apple, easy one, a Granny Smith apple or a Gala apple or a Fuji apple, they barely get any
Even a
views.
red apple.
When people review, that's not even, you mean Red Delicious? When people review like a piece of steak or mashed potatoes or ham, let's think of some other food products.
They can't even barely review it at all. Like say the apple that
Oh, they can't
nice
even
and
review.
red.
They're even
Some people
worse.
don't even describe it. Like they don't even say it's a little bit hard.
They can't even describe food at Whole Foods to save their own life.
Describe it.
Guys, I'll call you back.
Alright,
Okay.
just call us
Use
back
your
whenever you want to.
senses.
Use the 5 senses. Touch, taste, smell, see, and hear. They just use the taste. They just use the taste senses mostly. They don't
I
even
know. Come on.
care how the food feels.
I mean, not necessarily here, but pretty much all the rest, at least.
That's a bad food review.
This here is kind of hard to do. I'll admit, here is not that good, not that
It
easy.
doesn't work for most food products, though. Oh, they could shake the bag of chips, or they could shake the package of cookies, though.
Yeah, describe what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, we should do that next. We should tell people that's an excellent idea for food and drink reviews.
Like saying it sounds all crunchy, sounds nice and hard.
It's like the only food products that are reviewed. Sorry for being repetitive, but snacks, fast food, and processed beverages. That's it. They don't review fruits. They don't review vegetables. They don't review nuts. They don't review whole pieces of meat. What else do they
Even
not
though it's
review?
different for me, because I don't like those things.
They barely review any homemade food. It's like they think homemade food is worthless and nobody will watch it. Homemade food can be reviewed also.
I review whole food.
It's like most of the food they
At least I
review
review
is just
home
food in
food.
crinkly packaging. That's like all the food they ever review. It's the food with the beautiful packaging and whatnot. They're just reviewing it because it tastes good. They don't even care about reviewing it. They're only reviewing it just for the sake of it being pleasurable to their mouths. It's like they don't even care of any other aspect of the food except it tastes good. But that's shame on them for
Stop
that.
saying it tastes good. That's not enough information.
Anybody can say it tastes good. Anyone. Most people will agree that it tastes good, but come on. It's like they could do there's more than just taste in food. They're missing all sorts of aspects.
A whole load of aspects.
And they rush them. Like, and most of them, they're just basically rambling about who knows what, being off topic. They talk about themselves when it's not supposed to be about oneself. It's about the food product only and the purpose of eating it. Like they could,
supposed to be about the one that reviews food.
Not supposed to talk about oneself in a food review
No,
ever.
you're supposed to.
Never.
You're supposed
Even by
to.
accident. Do not talk about oneself ever in a food review
Right.
again.
Do not say I. You know,
That word, you and I, need to be banned from those.
Still,
it's not about
you
that.
can break it somehow.
That's off topic when they're talking about that.
Don't just talk about that.
There's way more than just that in a food review, and they're just talking about it from their perspective. They don't even care about the viewer's perspective. They're just gonna assume that the viewer likes it because they like it. That's all they can think. They can't even think for other people. They can only think, let alone think for themselves. They can't even feel other people and what they taste. It's like they don't even care.
Because they don't even give a crap, probably.
And they're only reviewing what their viewers want. They're not reviewing what else could be reviewed. They're not even knowledgeable about food.
All sorts of crap.
They are not knowledgeable about food, most of them. They are barely knowledgeable.
Honest, face it, but they're actually pretty dumb when it comes to food.
Even a chef, even the chefs, or even the culinary arts professors at college are 100 times more knowledgeable than they are. Sorry, but for exaggerating, like 10 times more knowledgeable. I mean, there are a lot of foods that they don't even care to review. And most of these people who review food, they're picky. It's like they just review processed foods because they're addictive. And they don't even know, like, there are many aspects they don't even know about the food that's in the food. It's like they just basically either didn't care or either didn't see it or they're as blind as a bat, which they probably are when it comes to food. And they don't even care about the viewer at all. They just care that it tastes good to them. Like if they cared enough for their viewers, they would go into full description and they would actually encourage the person to actually look at the food. They would make the person love what they're looking at.
I mean, come on now.
Like, even in those 5-minute food reviews, they just ramble. They repeat themselves, and they don't know they don't even know a quarter of what is in the food. It's like they don't even know they just know that the food has high quality and it tastes good. The end.
That's not good.
It's not a food review. Sorry, folks, but there's a lot more to food reviews than just taste and smell and whatnot.
You can't just say it tastes good.
I mean, their food reviews, they basically introduce themselves, mainly talking about themselves, sadly. They didn't bring the food product, they kind of show it, but they're not really showing it. If they were showing it, they would put it up close to camera and describe the packaging or the food product that's in the packaging. They don't even do that. And they basically just say, oh, it's 3, 2, 1 nonsense, or they just eat it a couple times. They eat like a couple of the product, a little bit of the product. They say it's good, they give a vague description, they recommend it to everybody, and they're just basically recommending it from their perspective only, not considering the opposing views. And they just say, peace out, that's it. And that's not even just 2 food reviews. Literally every food review is poor. Is just piss poor on YouTube. It's a surprise that there are no culinary professors doing this, because they would be the best at this. They're the most knowledgeable about the food.
Seriously.
These kids are not knowledgeable at all about what they're reviewing. One is not saying for them to stop reviewing food. Just put more effort and actually love what they're reviewing. It's not, they're like they don't even care about what they're reviewing. And like, stop just reviewing the same products. People are reviewing the same products as most of the food review product people are doing. They're reviewing mainly Mountain Dew, those chips and cookies, and other snacks like Pop-Tarts and cakes. And they're reviewing their iced tea beverages, their energy drinks.
Well. But at least I described a little bit more than usual.
And their limited edition food products that will never be seen again in the end. They don't care about their dinner. They don't review their breakfast. They don't review lunch. They don't review dinner. They don't review like a midnight snack. They just arbitrarily.
Come on, you could have at least done the midnight snack.
It's like they don't even care. Like, the food reviews are just there to get a few views, which most of them don't, because food reviews are not popular. I mean, that's not what a food review is for. A food review is to enable the viewer to learn more about what they like and what they have not tasted yet. They can't even be exposed to a new world because of the poor lack of description. Here are the aspects that are forgotten of when it comes to food reviews by kids. They gotta describe the type of packaging, like bottle, plastic bottle, glass bottle, bag, box, vacuum pack, etc. Tetra Pak, which is for milks, which is for like cashew milk and like almond milk and like 1% milk. Sorry for being off topic, etc. They don't talk about the pack. They don't even care about the packaging logo.
Oh, come on! Packaging is pretty much, in my opinion, the easiest part.
Packaging is. They don't even care about the design of the packaging, like the colors and the look of the food product.
You at least describe the colors,
the logo. Like, and they don't even know how to apply the colors to the food product.
It is a white yellow. It's nice. Yeah, and even describe how to open it. Just in case one doesn't know.
Yeah, they just open it and they say it tastes good. Poor excuse for a food review. Doesn't say it tastes good.
That is not information.
Wow, that is disappointing.
Yeah, it is. Tell me about it.
It was disappointment to YouTube. It's like, they're capable of much better. What else have they gotten wrong? Oh yes. They smell, but they don't smell as if they really mean it. They don't know how to describe a smell except, oh, it tastes like what's supposed to be. For example, a Snickers bar, it smells like chocolate. It is chocolate. What does one expect it to be? Peanut butter? Marshmallows? Almond butter?
Or even peanut butter.
And they don't even talk about the surface at all, about the food product. They can't even go into detail about that.
Oh, come on. That is the easiest part.
And they don't talk about how it feels, the texture, the overall appeal, the design, and a chocolate bar. They don't even care about the filling at all. There's a lot to the filling.
They don't even describe the filling. They don't describe how hard and rich the crackers are.
And in beverages, they don't describe how strong the flavor is or
come on, people.
And they don't even know the ingredients.
It's not that hard. In fact, I do it.
They don't know what calcium disodium addita is. They don't know what sodium what was that one other ingredient? Tetrasodium pyrophosphate, whatever it is. They don't even know half the ingredients and chemicals. And it's like they don't even care about what's in the food they eat. They don't even care if it's energy dense or not.
Like, come on, at least and some even don't even say nutrition facts.
Food at all.
I mean, I've been starting to do nutrition facts.
That's what you're supposed to recommend. What? If there's not enough detail, the person will have to look. The people don't want to look this up on the internet. They should know all the aspects from one food review. They're gonna have to watch. Some people have to watch multiple food reviews because they're not getting enough detail from one. Shame on those food reviews. Shame on them. It's like, do they know any better? No. It's like they're not learning. People can't learn if they don't know what. If they're learning from somebody who has no knowledge about the food that they're supposed to review. And how come they're. And they don't even know how to recommend it either. A recommendation is not recommending it to everybody. It's recommending it to a certain target audience, like adults, children, a certain ethnicity.
Come on, people. It's not that freaking hard.
There's a lot to comparing and contrasting in food. It's like, and they don't even know half the ingredients. Like, it's like all they talk about is junk food, most of those people, when it comes to food reviews. They don't know Japanese food. They don't know Indian food.
Just junk food.
They don't know they don't know actual Chinese food. They don't know actual Italian food.
Yeah, I do have to review some Chinese food sometime.
They don't know they know like very few aspects about other cultures. They are so poor. It's like they didn't even care about food at all enough to review it. We're sorry for going on and on about this and rambling for 20 minutes, but people need to get this in their heads already. Like, a food review is not supposed to be just... Food reviews aren't supposed to be just on snacks and drinks. A food review can be done on pretty much anything. Food product, meant to say. That is just shameful. And that is an embarrassment to the food product. That is a slap in the face, and that is just disrespectful to the food product, the way they're treating the food. It's like they don't even care. It's hurting the food's feelings, literally.
It's like people don't even give a crap about the
5 out of 5 nonsense.
I just want to give it like a 3 out of 5. And no! Give it 10 out of 10. That's more credit. Because 5 out of 5, I still feel like less than 50% accuracy.
Yeah, they could do more. They could do a lot more with the description than they could with anything. There's a lot to describe in these food products. It's not just a it's not just a food product on a plate. It's more than just what it tastes like.
Right.
It has its own world that people have not cared about. They're just basically reviewing it because of popular.
Boobas is better than some of these reviews.
These reviews are laughable. They're so poor. And even the popular ones are not any better than the poor ones. No. This is going to be an actual opinion. Ken Dominic is not any better than these kiddie food reviews. No, he is not. Sorry. But that's that. It's an opinion. And comedy does not it does not replace what's supposed to be in a food review. Sorry about that, folks, but that's that. Enough said. No arguments about Ken Dominic, or there will be consequences to that. Food reviews need to be thought out more. No, they don't need to be scripted, but they need to explain each aspect well. They can't just forget about what they're reviewing. It's making the food going burst into tears already. That was bad enough. And the only moment not to describe packaging or nutrition facts and ingredients or the type of packaging if there's none. In most cases there is, but when there's none, there's none. And they just abuse that concept for each food product review. I'm sorry that could talk left, sadly. Is there anything else to say about this topic?
Though. Yeah, I do have a lot more to say.
Please. I want to make this rant a bit longer.
What I have to say is, you know what?
Go back to preschool.
If you don't know how to review food, then you don't know how to do rants really either. Because that's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty easy. Do you agree?
They couldn't even... This Fiber One bar, they could not even review a Fiber One bar to save their own life. Heck, they couldn't even review this tea bag Or this high-quality Lipton English breakfast tea bag to save your own life.
Do you know what they would probably say? They would probably say,
oh, it's good.
It tastes nice and chewy. 5 out of 5, guys. You guys my extra views,
They can't even review this blueberry biscuits at all. Sorry.
They probably say, tastes good, 5 out of 5.
That's it.
That's all people say now.
Ugh. They don't even sound professional. They sound like they don't even have class. Have some class in their videos, please. It's like, no talking about oneself. That's not what a food review is for. Do that in a different video. Nobody cares about that person. They didn't come to see that person ramble, to talk about oneself. They came to see the person review food. They did not come to hear any life stories that are off topic. That is not a part of a food review, and points shall be deducted.
And you know that is not.
You know better than that. Don't even want to hear that BS again, even if it's by accident. And that's final.
Well,
this is a very harsh message.
Get all of our thoughts out of this video.
Yes. These thoughts have to spill out.
Let's make this a good rant.
Yeah, we're 26 minutes in, and there's a few more sentences that one can say. It's like, they don't even care about tea bags. The only tea reviews they do.
And they probably say it tastes good. 5 out of 5. Again.
They just repeat themselves. They carry on the same mistake.
I'm not a certain somebody. I'm not going to read his name, but a certain somebody. They probably drank the whole thing on camera and then review it.
And in this tea bag, they don't even care. It's like they're only reviewing foods that they like. They're not even reviewing foods that they think are so-so. They're just reviewing food just because everybody else is.
And not only that, but they don't say some of them are so-so. They say it's good. Yo, what up?
Yo, what up? Finally, we're still ranting, thank goodness. These people need to step up their game in these food reviews and not to slack off. It's not a food review. And we're getting our full thoughts out in this food review rant. It's like, they can't even compare and contrast foods at all. They would just say that it tastes better than another. That's it. It's like they don't even care about the artwork. Sorry for forgetting to bring up the artwork, but they don't even care. It's like, they're like, oh, what's that doing here? Oh, that doesn't need to be part of the review. Stop being so close. Grow up. Stop looking down on the other aspects of the food.
Right.
They're just reviewing the taste of it. All they're reviewing is if it tastes good or not. That's like all that. That's the only purpose to watching the video, literally, and that's not what a food review is for. A food review is to look at each aspect and see how it goes into one's mind. And these people aren't even interested enough in what they're reviewing to do that. They're capable of it, but they don't seem to care about it. Alright, we're going to take this as an example. This is off topic, but here is a Larabar Uber roasted nut roll, sweet and salty fruit and nut bar, gluten-free.
Say it's good, nice, sweet and salty, 5 out of 5, guys. I mean, that's the obvious. Probably say it smells like sugar. Obviously.
It's supposed to smell sweet. Want to see? Here's an example of how a food review should be. Sorry, this is off topic. This is a Larabar. This is a mini Larabar Uber roasted nut roll, sweet and salty fruit and nut bar. Claims to be gluten-free, non-GMO, non-genetically modified, and kosher. The net weight is sorry if one cannot see well. 0.82 ounces, 23 grams. It's got very nice packaging. It's got a maroon or dark or orange-red color. This color fits in really well with certain nuts because the almonds, the pecans, and the candied walnuts have a brown color, very similar to orange red.
They'll probably just say it smells nutty.
The packaging is very cool. Is very nicely done, is well done. Beautiful pile of nuts in the background, the middle with a nice, appropriate, well-chosen color of orange.
That's what red. You're supposed to say, people.
And the label is really small for the Larabar. It's at the upper right corner. Uber is the kind of Larabar it is. This is a sweet and salty fruit and nut bar. This is the message it says to the food product. etc. Yeah, that's how an intro is supposed to be to a food review. Not just talking about oneself nonsense that's off topic. And if they describe where they got it from, be more specific. All they review is food from the convenience store is mostly what they review, like the energy drinks, the coffee drinks, the iced tea beverages, the sodas, the sports drinks. That's all they review. And snacks basically just a bunch of cookies and chips and etc. It's like,
I mean, come on,
that's
that is
it.
lame.
Why don't they review any homemade food or like actual whole foods, like a piece of like a carrot, for example, or a tomato? That's not too much to ask for. Oh, they're picky. Most of these people have terrible palates.
It's actually really easy.
It's even easier than high school. And even Catholic's food reviews are actually better than some others that we know of. Even Catholic actually listened when we forced it on him. Thank goodness.
Why can't people listen to us when we're giving instructions?
And most food reviews just sound boring too. The ones that we made fun of are not boring because we know the people who reviewed the foods. And they don't even bother. I mean, they don't even, and this applies to how people can review VHS tapes. If one can actually review food, they can actually review VHS tapes. These people would be even worse at reviewing tapes. They can't even review full meals.
You have to VHS tapes are even harder to describe.
Yeah, they actually take practice. They actually take a structure to actually review. Food reviews are easy.
You cannot review VHS tapes.
Yeah, we're not kidding. This is not to be insulted. This is the truth. We don't lie. We don't like to lie. We only lie to protect ourselves.
If people don't, let me start over. If people don't know how to do food reviews, do you know what I have to say?
Struggle.
Good luck. If you start collecting VHS tapes, good luck reviewing them, buddy. Do you agree with
buddy.
me? Good luck reviewing them, buddy.
I mean, watch other food reviews. It's like they only watched one food review and copied off another person. It's like that's what some people do. They basically treat those like facts too. People treat certain popular wannabes like facts just because they're popular and a food is popular throughout the country. That means nothing. It's an opinion is an opinion. Deal with it. And they basically just copy off each other. A lot of people who are doing food reviews.
We're leaving pretty soon.
Don't copy off people. It makes it even worse because they're copying the wrong method of how to review a food or beverage product. Ask a teacher or ask one's parent. Don't be afraid. One shouldn't be afraid to ask their parents. That's what parents are for.
I know.
And they're still young. They can ask plenty of questions as long as they're not what one would know of. But these are just suggestions for how people could review better. Not being mean, but food reviews. There's a lot more to food reviews than just a few aspects. Food reviews can be a big topic if one looks deep into its own world. They can easily pull off a 10-minute food review sometimes. Not each food review is going to be long. There's not as much to say as others, but food reviews should not be just a minute long. They should be about 5 minutes usually. However, some food reviews do get boring, but at least one actually learns when they watch the food review. It could be a lot better.
If you can't do food reviews, start collecting VHS tapes and try it, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. This is a very harsh message video, but like they're not appreciative of what they're eating. They just appreciate that taste, that it's pleasurable. They don't appreciate any other aspect about the product that they're reviewing. Appreciate the aroma, appreciate the look, appreciate what kind of packaging it came in. Describe why they don't like the packaging. They don't know how to evaluate. That's the problem. They don't know what evaluation is because they cannot write essays very well. They need to know how to evaluate. I mean, if one can actually write an essay, they will do well at reviewing food. If they cannot write an essay, they will not review food very well.
Right. Come on, just think of it as a school project. Try to do the best you can. Just think of it as a school project.
Yeah, these are easier than school projects.
Wait, I mean, 1,000 times easier than school altogether. Even the easiest parts of school.
Are you still there, Catholic?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Good. You have anything to say? We're probably gonna wrap up this rant soon.
It seems like people just don't know how to do food reviews and drink reviews anymore. It's like, come on.
They're just basically copying off their best friends from YouTube. They don't know how to. They can't think for themselves. But all right, time to evaluate. Sorry about that for forgetting that. Ultimately, most food reviews only focus on several aspects: taste, smell, and what their friends think of it. They don't care about what others in the world think of it. And there are many aspects that they forgot, that they weren't taught how to even speak of. Either they rush their food reviews too much, or they simply don't care about what they're eating. They need to learn they need to learn to appreciate what they have. They need to be thankful for what they had. They're being they're belittling what could have been an incredible video. It's like, come on, people. Don't believe what others say. Think for oneself. Ugh. That's just poor. Food reviews need more description, more detail.
Or else somebody probably shouldn't be doing it.
And they need more love. Love what one is doing. It seems like they don't really love what they're doing. They're missing love. Love is an important key to success in food reviews. Love what one is doing. Go into what one is doing. Imagine oneself in it. That's the key to success in food reviews, is the love of it. Overall, food reviews could be much more improved if people were to ask more questions and not copy off a young kid. That's not how a food review is going to be a success. A food review takes more than just a couple videos to do. It takes life experience from school, and a bit of research to do with that. And if one is it has questions about the ingredients, ask. Don't just act like you don't know what it is. Ask. Simple.
Ask. Don't be scared to ask at all. No reason you should be scared to ask.
And they need to know, like, what kind of people would like the food. They need to know who to recommend it to. That's how they recommend it. And they should review a lot more foods. There's thousands of foods to review, not just snacks and beverages. If people like reviewing foods, review more than just pleasurable guilty pleasures or comfort foods. They're just reviewing sweet, fatty, and salty foods. They're not reviewing any nutrient-dense foods for the most part.
Oh, come on.
And they don't even know half the food products that exist. They just know what their YouTube friends like, and that's about it, sadly. But food reviews, hopefully, if people got this harsh message, they will understand what a food review really is, and they will apply that to their next food review. Apologies for all this rude behavior, but people need to step up their game, take advice, and listen. People don't listen, they're going nowhere, but down into an abyss. Got that, people?
Down the drain. That means they're not doing good
down the road. to Detroit. That's what. Any last thoughts, gentlemen, before we wrap up this video?
Nope, not really.
So with that,
people need to just stop doing these bad food reviews. I mean, please, people, just learn how to make good food reviews.
It's not difficult. It's not.
And just
how
try it
PC.
with your next food review.
When they're not learning, they're repeating the same mistakes that carry over to even 1 year after. Not going to get anywhere. It's just as bad as the old food review to new one. Apologies for this rant being poorly unorganized. We just did this because we wanted to get this out of the way. Next rant we're gonna do is a rant on limited edition Oreos, limited edition Mountain Dew flavors, and limited edition Pop-Tart flavors. With that, that is all there's to say for this rant. Sorry once again for all the rambling. Thank you very much for cooperating, whoever went through the whole video. Peace out! Yeah! Yeah, peace out. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, we're gonna peace out with Big Daddy. Big Daddy Master Zen. Yo, what's good, Big Daddy? Good night. Yeah!
Yep, good night, Master Zen.
Good night, Mr. Black and Mr. Catholic.
Yo, what up?
Yeah! What up?